This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
(6:15). This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news by Catherine Pereira and read by Lavani Vijayatunga. First, we take a look at the headlines. Opportunities will be created for the youth in the country to participate in parliamentary affairs. The President says that if they want to change the system, they should follow the system first. The new variant of dengue spreading in the country can increase. Incidents of women and child abuse in the Anuradhapura district have increased. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh are in talks for new initiatives to further enhance collaboration in the shipping sector. And in news overseas, major evacuations as cyclone threatens Bangladesh. Those are the headlines, and now let's move on to the details of the local news. President Ranil Wickremesinghe, addressing the selected youth for the sectorial committee meeting, said that if they wanted to change the system, first of all, the system should be followed. He made these remarks while participating in a special inaugural program to educate the youth who were selected for the committee, which was held at the Water's Edge Hotel in Battaramulla. This is the first time in the world to select youth from outside to the parliamentary affairs. Therefore, he requested the youth to make the best from this historical opportunity. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said at this occasion that youth can enter into the democratic framework through this opportunity. Speaker Mahinda Yapa Abeyewardena said that it is the responsibility of the youth to enter into a new political chapter deeply. He also stated that the government has decided to march forward while passing several critical and unfortunate periods. Therefore, the youth who intend to join with the parliamentary affairs should act intelligently. Explaining views at the event, opposition leader Sajith Premadasa said that this will be a turning point of the future of the country. Minister Bantula Gunawardena says that Sri Lankan representatives have made an extensive contribution to the UNESCO on the International Federation and Summit regarding education. A project report has been prepared to obtain a center to South Asia for training teachers. The minister said that then chairman of the UNESCO and its representatives had given an extensive contribution in this regard. He made these remarks while participating in the opening ceremony of the new hostel complex for the South Asian Teacher Development Board located in Mipe. Director General of Operations and Clinical Services at Allergy, Immunology and Cell Biology Unit of the Sri Jawaharlal University, Professor Chandima Jayavendra says that the new variant of the dengue spreading in the country can increase. He said that the public should be vigilant on dengue breeding places and help to prevent the spread of dengue menace. Meanwhile, fogging was conducted at state institutions, schools, common places and marketplaces in the Gampaha and Kirdiwala towns today. A considerable number of dengue cases have been reported from the Dompe Medical Health Zone from January up to now. This is the news from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Digital accounts can now be opened in 10 minutes. People's Bank Digital Banking, your ultimate convenience.
And we continue with more local news. The authorities have paid attention on the increase in the women and child abuse incidents in the Anuradhapura district. The Anuradhapura Police Women and Child Investigation Division said that this situation has aggravated during the first 4 months of this year when compared to the last year. This has been revealed at a committee meeting held at the District Secretariat office yesterday. The 6th Indian Maritime Summit was held in Dhaka, Bangladesh yesterday and today. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh are in talks for new initiatives to further enhance collaboration in the shipping sector. Thereby, Minister of Ports, Shipping and Aviation, Nimal Siripala de Silva, together with State Minister of Foreign Affairs Tarak Balasuriya, held discussions yesterday with the Bangladeshi State Minister of Shipping, holding cabinet rank Khalid Mahmood Chowdhury in this regard. And to conclude the local news, the headlines once again. Opportunities will be created for the youth in the country to participate in parliamentary affairs. The President says that if they want to change the system, they should follow the system first. The new variant of dengue spreading in the country can increase. Incidents of women and child abuse in the Anuradhapura district have increased. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh are in talks for new initiatives to further enhance collaboration in the shipping sector. And that was the local news.
Now, People's Bank Digital Banking enables you to make your pawning payments through People's Bank Self-Banking Unit any time of the day. People's Bank Digital Banking, your ultimate convenience.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The main news story for this evening, the National Transport Commission says that measures will be taken to set up GPS system in all inter-provincial buses. Director General of the Commission, Dr. Nilan Miranda, said that this system has been set up in 1/3 of the buses operating inter-province. Under this program, the buses cannot be stopped for a long time at the bus stands. The Commission also stated that the duration given for the semi-luxury bus owners to move away from their services will end on the 30th of June. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
In Washlight this evening, the residents of Maha Indurua say that they are facing immense difficulties due to insufficient facilities, including the electricity at the public grounds in the area. They request the relevant authorities to provide infrastructure facilities to this crowd. This is for the attention of the Governor of the Southern Province. That came to you in Washlight, and now let's move on to the headlines of the world news. Major evacuations as cyclone threatens Bangladesh. Ukraine's Zelensky in Rome to meet Pope Francis. Turkey election, opposition dares to dream of Erdogan defeat. Those are the headlines, and now let's move on to the details of the world news. 500,000 people are being evacuated to safer areas in southeast Bangladesh ahead of a cyclone that could be extremely dangerous. Cyclone Mocha is predicted to make a landfall on Sunday with 170 km/h winds and storm surges of up to 12 feet. There are concerns that the cyclone could impact the world's largest refugee camp, Cox's Bazar, where close to 1 million people live in makeshift homes. Raids are already falling on the camp and red warning flags have been raised. Cyclone Mocha could be the most powerful cyclone seen in Bangladesh in nearly 2 decades. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is visiting Rome, where he will meet political leaders and have an audience with Pope Francis. An important visit for approaching victory of Ukraine, Zelensky tweeted as he landed in the Italian capital. He will meet Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, President Sergio Mattarella, and travel to the Vatican later today. A huge security operation has been launched with over 1,000 police deployed and a no-fly zone over Rome. Pope Francis has often said that the Vatican stands ready to act as a mediator in the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Turkey's all-powerful President Erdogan is in the fight of his life against an opposition that has united against him for Sunday's elections. Rival Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu appeared before a throng of supporters yesterday, flanked by allies from across the political spectrum who have come together as never before. As the rain beat down in Ankara, he vowed to restore peace and democracy. The man he wants voters to oust after 20 years, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, said he had kept Turkey standing tall despite many challenges, including the economy with its rampant inflation and February's catastrophic double earthquakes. And that was the world news.
Development News.
In development news, attention will be paid to develop small-scale industries in the Kalutara district at commercial level. The Ministry of Primary Industries has allocated 1.2 billion rupees for this project. The aim of this program is to create new job opportunities in this area. From the development news, let's move on to sports news. The T20 cricket tournament, which has been organized by the Sri Lanka Cricket Institute, will begin on the 27th of this month. The tournament will be conducted under 4 categories. 20 teams are to participate at this tournament. That was the sports news. Business news coming up.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු හින හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business news sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The Department of Agriculture has implemented a program to encourage women in mushroom cultivation. The first program in this regard was held at the Polonnaruwa Divisional Agricultural Office. The objective of this move is to create women entrepreneurs at small and medium-scale business activities. That was the business news. Economic news follows.
Business news sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු හින හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Economic news, courtesy of LONC Finance, is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 goals at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LONC Finance claims the overall gold award, whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking.
In economic news, the Department of Export Agriculture says that plans have been made to increase the agricultural export income up to 2 million rupees during the next 2 years. Under this program, financial assistance of 250,000 rupees will be provided for the pepper cultivation. That was the economic news and the weather report to conclude.
LONC Finance is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 goals at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LONC Finance claims the overall gold award, whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking.
Weather report.
Finally, the weather report. Showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the western, Sabaragamuwa, central and northwestern provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts. Fairly heavy showers above 75 millimeters are likely at some places in the western and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in the Kandy, Nuwara-Eliya, Galle and Mathura districts. Several spells of showers may occur elsewhere over the country. Strong winds about 45 km per hour can be expected at times over the island. And before we conclude this bulletin, let's get back to the headlines once again. Opportunities will be created for the youth in the country to participate in parliamentary affairs. The President says that if they want to change the system, they should follow the system first. The new variant of dengue spreading in the country can increase. Incidents of women and child abuse cases in the Anuradhapura district have increased. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh are in talks for new initiatives to further enhance collaboration in the shipping sector. In news overseas, major evacuations as cyclone threatens Bangladesh. And with that, we conclude this bulletin of news.